Hey people, it is Teachable Tuesday, which means it is my time to come to you and offer a little bit of insight, some knowledge, and maybe even a revelation as you start, build, and elevate your purpose-centered business. And today I'm just going to jump right into it and ask you a question. Are you building a business or are you building the look of a business? Because those are two very different things. And it was the biggest mistake that I made in my first business. And this is my second business. So my first business was the stepping stone and all the lessons and all the hardships that I did completely wrong, so that when I started the second time, I knew exactly what I was doing, as well as where not to spend money. And so here are just a few things that I have to ask you. Are you spending money on? As well as I highly recommend you do not spend money on or do not invest in until you are crystal clear on what you are doing. And more importantly, you should be making money first, right? Because it's so much easier to take money out of your business and invest in these things versus going into debt or struggling to try to do them along the way. So one of the things that I wasted so much money on in my first business was I went out and had an amazing brand shoot, right? Like I spent a fortune on photos, okay? And not to say that my photographer wasn't amazing and incredible and I didn't, love the photos, but I didn't need them to make money. In fact, in my second business without brand photos, right, was when I made my first 10K, as well as when I actually up leveled or upgraded or however you want to say it to getting brand photos. My business paid for that photo shoot, as well as we paid in full, as well as I paid in cash, right? So there's a huge difference there. There was no stress. The other thing I did in my first business was I spent thousands, let's just say it, thousands of dollars on a fancy website. And I'm talking back in the day when somebody was actually putting in code, right? I'm not talking about drag and drop. I'm talking about a fancy website coded to the max. And I struggled so much through that process because I wasn't clear on who my core customer was, what my content should be, and even worse, I had no systems and processes in the background. So even if you needed to click a button, I don't even know where the heck it was going to send you, right? Because I was so busy on trying to make it look like I had a business, right? The other thing that you don't want to do in the beginning stages of your business is you don't want to overproduce. And what I mean, when we first start a business, we usually have so many ideas for products and services, and then we go out and waste all this money and all this time, as well as your energy, producing multiple products and services. Pick one, do that until you become an expert at that and you know that it works, and more importantly, that people will pay you for it, right? Do one. The last thing is new tech. I can remember in my first business, even though it was so many years ago, I think I went out and bought a new laptop. I got a new phone. I bought all these fancy gadgets and all this crap that, number one, I didn't even know how to use. And number two, it was so insignificant to my success. When I made my first 10K in my business, my second business now, I think I did it on an iPhone 6 on my old ass laptop. And it was fine, right? Again, I focused on doing the income generating activities, which was behind the scenes that no one could see. And I focused on my core customer, my content, as well as delivering an excellent product and service. So again, this lesson is literally to ask you, and this might trigger some of you. What are you spending your money on? Because in the beginning phases of your business, I highly recommend you do not spend money on the things that you cannot pay cash for. So that's it. That's my Teachable Tuesday. If you have any questions, you can DM me. Feel free to drop a comment below. I try to respond to everything, as well as also I would love it if you would join my free Facebook group, Purposeful and Prosperous Women. I think I've included a link at the top. And that's it. I hope you guys have a beautiful Tuesday. Talk soon. Bye.